Trying to go live the second you go live.
What is going on, Bills Mafia? Welcome to another episode of Mafia Talk. It's your boy Julian J. Mafia. No big cuss tonight, man. He on vacation. He overseas enjoying his best life. So nothing but love, safe travels. Hope he's having a great time. Shouting Bills out wherever the fuck he is, man. Hope he's having a great time. So Bills Mafia, nothing but love to big cuz out there. We rocking Dolo. Oh, my man Scott Blakely early. Let's go. 18-2 still. We 8-2. 10 more games and we getting that parade popping.
Oh, Scott drinking that shit.
Nah, he dripping that Mafia juice. I got my boy Hefe in the building.
Scott, you drinking that shit, my boy. I see you.
Mr. Steeler Gang himself.
Bang,
but
bang.
number love. We gonna talk about it, man. We gonna talk about Colts. We gonna talk about Chiefs. We gonna talk about the playoff picture so far. I know he wanted to talk about his little Steeler game because they in the picture, man.
We talking about top teams.
Top teams. Yeah, I know there was little dogs for a little bit. I know I was talking about shit saying Russell Wilson was washed, but he proved me otherwise. So they definitely, I could probably say they top 4 team in the league, maybe in the AFC.
Here's a stat that a lot of people don't pay attention to. Every week when the Bills win, the Steelers win. When the Steelers win, the Bills win. So it's all good. It's all good around these parts.
It's all good in the neighborhood.
Each other, you know what I'm saying? But today it's about Bills, Chiefs, and Colts and Bills. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it.
Let's get to it, my man. Nothing but love. Tap in to Hefe Bossed Up. Yours truly. He big things coming his way. So make sure you tap in all social media platforms. But yeah, man, we're gonna dive into it, man. We're gonna start off with the Colts game. It was a hell of a game. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and all of it. The good was it. Bills won 30-20. They got the little garbage time touchdown to make it look a little bit better. But nonetheless, Bills definitely did what they need to do. Steelers playing well. Wilson shocked everybody, absolutely. Even Steelers fan didn't expect the level.
I did.
Play. He did. He did.
A lot of us did.
But when we was in Pittsburgh for the preseason, a lot of them said they want Justin Fields to be their quarterback.
And because of him, I didn't grab a Russell Wilson jersey because he swore that he wasn't going to be here long. He swore he wasn't going to do nothing.
That's
so
my fault.
You feel me?
But I knew you happy with your Joey Porter.
Yeah, but he's the most penalized on the team this season. So I'm getting my Russ. Dangerous.
Yeah, he's playing dangerous. But that's another Steelers, man. I love him, but we talk about Bills and Colts. Great game by the Bills, nonetheless. Bills defense looking phenomenal as always. A lot of underdogs. I mean, can we call them underdogs? Can we call them next man up? Because they are the ones who stepped up. Yeah, even Scott saying he'll talk a shit.
And I respect that shit, Scott. You feel me? Because we was someplace else a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
You feel me? You thought we was gonna lose that Commanders game. You feel me? You had a close score. You had a close score, but null and void, my boy.
Nonetheless, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it, but yeah, with Colts, Bills Colts, we came out firing all cylinders. Obviously, we went 3 and out, but I'm doing TJ number 7, Teron Johnson, dog. One of the most underrated players on the defensive side of the league.
No, he's the top person in his position.
Yeah, definitely at his position, but definitely the best slot receiver in the league. Who else can you argue with? Definitely, and
slot corner.
Yeah, slot corner.
But he check all the. He do check the best receivers. You feel me?
I'm telling you, he locks it down and he performs and does what he needs to do.
Pick six, man.
It was crucial. Really I know it's tough. Not tough, but it was crucial especially at the beginning of the game. Not all clutch plays have to happen in crunch time or towards the end of a quarter or towards the end of the game. I mean, first play on the offense, my man picked 6 seconds in the house. Let's get our boys up 7. Let's do it again. And then what we come? Was it the following drive? We got a fumble recovery. Following drive after that, if not, what? Big boy interception. My man Duron Smootho, however, fucking 2 interceptions in his past 3 games. Never had an interception in his career, is what was said. So definitely shout out to the big man. He definitely got his interception and did what he needs to do.
I got a bone to pick with Joe Brady.
What's up with Joe Brady?
I got a bone to pick with Joe Brady for the simple fact that when the bit like his schemes that he calls, where the Bills like get a first down and then they go three plays, they didn't have to punt the ball. That's one of them things where Joe Brady has to get that scheming down to where like in game situations to where that doesn't happen. We can't have that happening because at the end of the day, if Joe Brady's scheme fails the team midway through a drive, the Bills is not a team that's supposed to be punting. You feel me? So like I feel like after that pick 6, it should have been a barn burner. But things turned around.
I absolutely agree because when it came down to like after the first quarter and nearing towards the end of the second quarter, I'm looking at the score. I'm like, the Bills should have been up a lot more, at least a touchdown or 2, 10 more points, just by the way they was performing defensively. We was not able to put up the points we needed to put up on offense. We went through our slumps. I know we got our dogs. I mean, Mac Hollins, he was like one of them freaking practice squad boys where I really thought he was going to get the burn. I felt like he was going to get his starting position because he's a leader and a veteran, and we really didn't have nobody else, but he's definitely coming to his own, and he's stepping up to be the next Gabe Davis.
When nobody else catches the ball, Josh is going to put that ball to him.
Yeah, and he's becoming one of his most reliable sources on the offense besides Shakir, and that's another thing, a bone to pick I got with either Joe Brady or Josh. Shakir need more burn. Shakir need more burn.
Remember, I said when Stephon Diggs exited the team, I said Shakir could potentially become receiver number 1, but maybe Shakir's his skill set probably only provides one type of thing. You know what I'm saying? You know how some receivers I remember Antonio Brown. You feel me? Not even get on to them, but I remember Antonio Brown. You could send him downfield. You send him across the middle. You can give him an end around. You feel me? And that's okay if Khalil Shakir doesn't have all of that because not every receiver does. But at the same time, they need to understand getting the most out of your players is what it's about, and where is he going to fit? Is it just going to be the slot role, or can they get a little bit more out of him? You feel me? In other ways.
Nonetheless, man, we ain't gonna go other further and bring my man Joey Hatch in the building. It's been a minute, dog. How you feeling tonight?
I remember Joe. What's good, man?
I'm feeling good. What y'all getting into tonight?
Beers and potting. You feel me?
Beers and bills.
Hey, my people just came through, so I feel y'all.
Joey, it's been a minute. I know we've been trying to get you on for a while, but we left the Stream Talk studio. That was we finally back to StreamYard, what we grew up to. My man, familiar with it. So talk to me, Joey. I know it's been a while since you've been on the pod. Tell the people how you've been. Tell the people where they can find you, what you got going on.
Well, I started my own thing about a year and a half ago, 12th Man Mafia. I'm about 7,500 people.
There you go.
Grinding.
I had a podcast for a little while called Down the Hatch, but it didn't work out. But Buffalo Podcast has just hit me up. I'm about to go live Tuesdays and Thursdays. Holla at your boy. They can't keep a good dog down.
Tap in.
Talk that shit, my boy.
Just like they can't keep the Buffalo Bills down.
Absolutely not.
We keep getting hurt. Next man up. And we still, baby, 8-2, the best start in 30 years.
Talk about it, Joey. You older head, so you know how long it's been. What, since '93, since we had an 8-2 start?
I remember he always
yes, sir.
had ass takes.
Yes, sir.
The show, he always has some good ass takes.
Absolutely.
This is the best roster, in my opinion, that we have had since the AFC Championship game when we are healthy. And Matt Milano has just opened his 21-day window.
Okay,
window.
So, Joe, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
With Matt Milano, Do you think it's like a Tre'Davious? Like if Matt Milano comes back and he's not immediately effective, do you think you go I know it's late in the season.
Before you even ask that, my thing is when Matt Milano is good and ready to start, is he taking Dorian Williams or Bernard off the field, or is he going to be the backup?
They said they're not going to do that. They said they're not going to be taking away because you can stun a player.
Can't take Dorian Williams off the field.
Dorian Williams is a dog.
Dog.
A fucking
dog.
He's the hardest hitting motherfucker on the Bills defense, bro. Dog. He's a dog.
I'm telling you, a lot. Talk about our big dog.
His coverage ain't all there, but
a lot of people ain't gonna like what I got to say, but that's okay because I got broad shoulders. Matt Milano is a great player.
He is.
But he has not played a lick of football in almost 2 years.
He's getting paid.
The fracture, I talked to a doctor. They showed the thing. The fracture in his knee is not a normal fracture. He is going to be in pain for the rest of his life. So he is going to have to manage that pain. So my whole thing is right now, Dorian Williams is one of the leading tacklers in the NFL.
With 90, he's almost at 100. And the Bills leading, and he's like at least top 10.
So I remember when Milano had that injury. I know just from being a football fan long enough, when they don't disclose how bad the injury is, they don't want other teams to know about it because they don't want people to poach him or ask questions about him. They want to keep it in house, but it's kind of one of the things where us as like some fans that are football fans, we know better. We know better where it's like, all right. There's something like he destroyed his whole leg pretty much, right? He tore ligaments and everything.
Yeah.
Well, it's like there's a bone like this, and then the knee comes down, and then there's another bone like this. This thing split right in half, and this whole piece broke off. So the doctor comes on and he talks on the podcast like this is an injury that most players can't even come back from. So what is his? What is he going to be on the field?
We forget how dominant Matt Milano was on the field.
Right.
And we know he's not going to be the same player athletic-wise, but the mental aspect.
Yeah.
When you're in the right place at the right time, that's exactly what we need from a veteran point of view from a Matt Milano. Well, we got my brother, John Rivera, in the building too. I mean, he gets football and he knows where he needs to be.
Right.
He doesn't have to be the fastest. He doesn't have to be the strongest. He is, but he's in the right place at the right time because he's a veteran, not only in the league, but in his Buffalo Bills defense.
Okay, so can I ask his position?
I really think Bernard took his spot.
He did. He had to.
Williams is one of the top tacklers in the league. So how are you going to think? I really think it's.
To relay back on what you just said, now Matt Milano has the freedom of not having to be the quarterback of the defense.
Okay, so
now he has the freedom of not being able to worry about where everybody needs to be and make sure everybody's in the right position and making the right calls and right alerts. And no, he can just play his position now. That's Bernard's job now. Matt Milano could just play freely now. He can just, if I'm blitzing, I could blitz. I don't got to check. If Bernard says to check, then I check. But no, now he can be a free player.
Okay, so
are you going to go linebacker by committee at that point, like we do receiver, depending on the situation? Linebacker by committee.
My question prior is like, our two linebackers are bowling so good. Terrell Bernard hasn't missed a step, even when. With this injury, he comes back onto the field and he's making plays. He's making interceptions. He's making stops. And then Dorian Williams has been a fucking dog since being on the field. Like the most 10 plus tackles per game in the league.
So how much is Milano getting paid? How much is he getting paid?
We're not talking about money wise because
it is a business.
It is.
He signed up.
We can't. There's nothing we can do about his contract right now.
Oh, that's
not until the off season.
Well, I think he got paid. I think he got paid I don't know how much it was, but right before he got injured, like the year before. Right, I think it was like a 5-year contract. But the point is, what I'm getting to is, if Matt Milano came back and he was only 75%, would you trade him and get the top value out of him, or would you keep him?
No, you're not because he's not. You're not going to get a 75% Matt Milano worth of value out of him. You put him on the trade block, even though you can't at this point. But if you were able to, you're not going to get nothing. You're going to get a 6th, 5th, 7th round draft pick out of him.
Right.
Maybe a player
at that point.
But no.
So at that point, it's like you said, we might as well hold on, see what he can do, because he might surprise us. He might come back and be better.
You're right. Matt Milano was way better in pass coverage. Dorian gets burnt.
He was one of the best pass coverage linebackers in the league. Besides,
right. So it's like, you know, he could come back and be a better linebacker than he was. He could be stronger. He could be faster. Who knows? He could come out there and splash the first game.
Yeah,
I think that Tre'Davious White situation kind of.
Okay. We're gonna talk about Trey White. Let's talk about Trey White, because when we talk about Trey White, he had his first injury. He went through his recovery. He came back in the field. He's a little sluggish, a little slow. Then he came back to his zone. He started snatching the ball. He started locking people down. Nobody was scoring on him. And then another fluke injury. Is it going to be the same thing with Matt Milano? We have to give him the time to see it. It's just unfortunate that the time we're going to have to see is going into later in the season towards the playoffs. So it really comes to the main question. Do you want to take Dorian Williams off the field? You can't take Bernard off the field.
No.
Are you taking Dorian Williams off the field?
Split snaps.
What are we going to do?
Yeah. And that's
three linebackers every once. Go three linebackers.
Yeah, this is good. Milano definitely did come back. He is beating his recovery time. He is.
And with the performance of our other two linebackers, we're not in a hurry to have him come in. Shit,
right.
Come in January.
Right. Because they said he wasn't going to be back till December. So he's coming back early. So, like, we might not even need him like that. You might come in for a few plays till he builds up his game-ready ability, because I know he's staying in shape, but you ain't game-ready unless you're game-ready.
There's no middle linebacker, Scott. There's no middle linebacker in the Bills' defense because we run a nickel, because Teron Johnson is the third DB. So we really run two is really a left and right linebacker. But there's a Mike and Will, and the Mike is the one who called the play. So Matt Milano was the Mike, where he called the plays where he got hurt. Terrell Bernard got plugged in, took over his job. So now he would have to come in as the Will linebacker on the weak side for Matt Milano. And that's the question, because you're not going to take Bernard off the field to put Milano just because Dorian been doing it. He knows the system now. That's his job.
Yeah.
Take Dorian off, and I don't know if you would want to. Definitely with the split snaps, but
I do know this much. I need God to shine down on the Buffalo Bills for one time and get us healthy, man.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike.
But Tommy, you know how this NFL shit goes. When you go out, you know how this NFL shit gets closer and closer to that that postseason. This is every team is getting banged up for the best of the best. Go into the postseason all kind of banged up. Anybody, like some of the healthiest teams are like the most garbage teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
I'm just saying, like, we get Cooper, immediately he gets hurt, which really blows because, you know, we're trying to put him into the offense and we're like, okay, we're missing him. And then Coleman gets hit by freaking Poyer. Yeah. And you know what, Poyer? You're a bitch. You're a straight bitch. I was just playing football. I was just playing football, you stupid idiot. Guess what? You gave us the game. You gave us the game. All so right, you know what? Right. You're a little butthurt.
Let's get back on track, fellas.
But I think he did that. I think he did that on purpose because he wanted to tell us he still loved us.
Nah, he's mad that he went to Miami. He said, I would rather pay that fucking tax gouge in the winter than deal with this bum-ass team with bum-ass tour turn the ball over.
It's because of his girl. It's because of his girlfriend.
Rachel Bush, yeah.
Rachel Bush ass. She thought she's a bigger celebrity than he is. So that's part of it.
All right, let's jump back. Let's jump back on the rails. Let's kind of wrap up this Colts game. Phenomenal game at the end of the day. Offense could have looked a little bit better. Still like what I see from James Cook, especially that one play where he got hit in the backfield. Looked like he was going to take a loss or two. And popped up. Our whole running back field is looking phenomenal. I love that. Josh Allen, I don't want you to start tumbling into this turnover frenzy where now you're throwing picks every game. Right. We got past the first two interceptions because the first one, Amari Cooper slipped and went right to the defender. And the second one bounced right off of Keon Coleman's hands. Went to Jalen Ramsey. You had a pass. That's really not your fault. It is what it is. These two ones was completely your fault, Josh.
Yeah.
First one, That's another problem I got with Josh. I feel like not every ball has to be a fucking dart. Doesn't have to be a fucking laser beam. Dude, throw some air. And even with the one ball where he threw to Kincaid, he ended up getting hurt. Even him, he wanted to throw a laser. He checked it, popped it in air, but still put too much on it.
Yeah,
he's wide open. How can you not hit him?
That's the one thing where people. That's if anybody I ever like. That's an actual thing that you can't. The only thing that you can say that's a Josh Allen downfall is where there'll be touchdowns available, but he'll overthrow the receiver. Where it's like, yo. But you also have to do in practice. You have to know which dude you have the confidence in that's going to make sure.
But at the same time, like Kincaid, I don't know. Kincaid, I know he's faster than your average tight end, and you trust him. But at the same time, he's not a burner. And the way you do it, I mean, Josh, you got your man injured. He's reason he got a knee injury. That was a bad. The way he has to overextend and he landed on his knee. Josh Allen, you're the reason why Dalton Kincaid is injured.
He took some hard hits this season, Kincaid. It's like who's that guy that got traded from the Raiders? That went to the Jets.
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams. He said, "Man, I got to get out of here. I've never been hit so much in my entire career."
I mean, shit. Look where he ended up.
And then they're already talking about on WGR is not necessarily if he's worth the first round pick, but is Dalton Kincaid performing to a first round pick type of performance, and he's not.
But also we can ask the same question: were the Bills right in thinking that he was going to be? Because when you draft a guy, you're hoping, especially the Bills.
Okay, well, when we were talking about that, we needed a receiver. There was nobody on the board.
You're right.
He was the best pick on the board. So we were stupid not to get Kincaid. But at the same time, he's not performing. And honestly, we talk about last year. If it wasn't for Dawson Knox getting injured last year, we would have never seen what we seen from Kincaid. We never would have known what we had.
Right.
And then now Kincaid's hurt. Now we got to rely on Knox, which is honestly Knox and Kincaid is 1 and 2. Like it's 1A, 1B. I don't know. I know everybody projects Kincaid to be better. Knox wasn't that bad. Yeah, you dropped the ball a couple times, but I feel like you could still perform the same way Kincaid has been performing.
See, there's a lot of
Angry Runs trophy. He just got his Angry Runs trophy in the mail. Shout out James Cook. He cooking with that motherfucker in the cauldron, cooking that bitch.
Let's go.
They use him two different ways. That's the difference. Like Kincaid, he can't block as good as Dalton can. Right. So Dalton has more stuff on his plate before he can go out and get open because he has to block. So like I think they use him in two different ways, but they rely more on Dawson Knox. But everybody keeps saying that Kincaid is our number one tight end.
Not because they treat Knox like an extended tackle and Kincaid as an extra receiver.
Right.
When it really comes to the point, like, I'm going to have to clip this, is like when it really comes down to the point, I really feel like this coaching staff and this Bills offense don't know how to use their players. I feel like they know how to use our tight ends. I feel like they're not using Coleman to the best of his ability. They definitely don't know how to use Curtis Samuel. Like all these players, and they're not necessarily using them to the best of their abilities.
Well, let me ask you a question. I watched the Saints game last week when Marquez Valdez-Scantling went there. He had 100 yards in the first half and 2 touchdowns, but Buffalo couldn't use him.
We're not using him, and when we were trying to use him, he dropped the ball.
That's Buffalo Bills history of picking up guys sometimes or letting guys go. You remember what's his name that went to the Darby or something that went to they went to the Eagles and they won that with the Eagles, and it's just like I think he's actually still in the fucking league.
And it gets tough when you got guys are just, especially in the receiver room, when you don't really have a strong receiver room, and then you got people in that receiver room getting injured, like your rookie who's finally flourishing and coming into their own and becoming. I mean, you could put him up with the top
every week. Keon was getting better,
looking like a dog with the fucking flex touchdown and breaking tackles again, Boogie with the yak, and he's looking. He's up there with the Malik.
I'll tell you this much: everybody was second guessing.
Yeah,
they don't have anybody else except Sterling.
Well, with the role Keon has,
Oh, he's making the most. He's making the most out of it. That's the
everybody
point.
was saying we took the wrong receiver. Well, I'm here to tell y'all we didn't.
Oh,
because
see?
every week.
I said that to him pre-show.
Oh, you say we did it though.
You didn't?
Every week he's progressing.
If we would have picked fucking Xavier Worthy, we would have been looked a lot worse.
It wouldn't have worked. He's not what everybody thinks he is, but I can tell you this much: the boy we got in the draft is proven.
And I feel like he has a way higher ceiling than Worthy.
Okay. So
I feel like he has a higher ceiling.
Okay. So do you think Brandon Beane made a mistake though when Khalil Shakir, slot guy. Dalton Kincaid is ran in a slot like a slot receiver. And then Keon Coleman, it was literally, when you look at his draft projections, he is an oversized slot receiver. So
Stephen Smith Jr. fucking said that too.
He said that.
Put him in the slot. They're using him wrong. That's what he said.
We got so many slot receivers on the team. We're forcing slot receivers to play outside.
Right.
I mean, like you
said,
said,
everyone can.
Khalil Shakir, slot. Keon Coleman, he would perform better in the slot. A lot of people say that. Stephen Smith Jr. fucking said that himself, and I agree with him.
Right.
Fucking who else we got?
Dalton Kincaid at tight end. You use him in the slot.
We use him in the slot, yeah. So we got a bunch of slot receivers and not a lot of boundary receivers with the speed and size that can perform. I mean, we got Mac Hollins, but he's a fifth option practice squad player.
The thing is
or we got Amari Cooper, but now he's hurt. So
they wanted an X receiver in the draft, which is an outside. Which is an outside.
Not necessarily a boundary receiver. He was just that good at the time. Diggs was good. He could play the boundary because he's an amazing route runner. He's fast. He could get separation, and he knows what to do. He knows how to find spaces. That's why we were so successful with Diggs, because even though he has a body frame and athleticism as a slot receiver, he was just that good where we kind of forced him to play the boundary, number one, and he still got it done.
Right.
Now, we really, we definitely got a lot of moves to make next year if you would definitely want to keep a strong
it's like they wanted an X receiver that could run the boundaries and be that guy, but you went and got an oversized slot receiver. So it's like, were you really looking for that X receiver?
But it just falls. So we got to take the best.
But
I'm saying he's every chance he gets, he's taking an opportunity. So he's proven himself.
Would you be opposed to if the Bills, because he said he believes the Bills would have had to give up all types of things to move up in the draft to get even a slightly better receiver that just wasn't a bigger slot receiver.
When we talk about the top 20 last year in the draft,
there was a lot of receivers in that
nobody draft. Was not. I mean, we're gonna say that for the following episode. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Let's get back.
Kansas City is
we're gonna let's wrap up all Colts game. Who was your dog of the game for the Colts? Who's your dog of the game for the Bills?
For the Bills, I'm gonna go with let's see. I'll go with Shakir because I think without Shakir on the field, we're really screwed.
Okay, who
you have no other receiver like we had last week, and say Shakir was out, that would not have been a 30-point show.
Right. So who would you give a lesser grade to from the Bills for that game during that game? Who would you say, even though everything was the Bills pulled out the W, who do you
Samuel?
Huh? Samuel?
We finally was able to incorporate him into the offense, even though he only had 4 receptions, 8 targets, 4 receptions. We seen a lot from Samuel. We need to see a lot more, and let's see the Bills and Joe Brady to incorporate him a lot more.
My whole thing is we paid this man 3 years, $24 million. You need to learn how to use him or do something different because these bubble screen things don't work for him. So you got to
work for Shakir, not him.
But you know, it can become like I said, it comes back to Joe Brady, where it's just it's a lot on his plate as a first-year offensive coordinator. This is his first entire year where he gets to draw up his own scheme.
Well, see, when he first came in the league, he was on fire because nobody knew him. or had any photos or anything on him. Now they have stuff on him, so they're starting to figure things out like we figured Miami out. So now he's the offensive coordinator. His job is to step it up a notch.
You're right.
You know what I mean? And that's what a good offensive coordinator does. You don't wait till half. You make in-game decisions and change stuff right now. Mm-hmm. Because if you play the way
– that second half team. Do you not agree?
I also need Josh Allen to start learning his audibles, because he's an NFL veteran at this point.
Okay, we're not gonna talk about that because he knows how to check down plays. You say alert, and you got Keon Coleman tell Amari Cooper go straight because he doesn't know the second play. I'm telling you. But we're just gonna move on. We're gonna blow down because we spent a half hour. We're jumping around everywhere the place.
Right.
Colts game, good, bad, and ugly at the same time. Josh Allen didn't perform his best. We still got the dub. Definitely need to clean up the interceptions. Running game looking good. Definitely need a lot more performances out of our receivers because when I look at these stats, a lot of drops. Matt Collins, like I said earlier in the show, he's finally coming into his own. 4 for 4 with 86 yards. Longest with a 44. I mean, he was there when we needed him. But Shakir, he dropped 3. Dawson Knox dropped 1. Curtis Samuel dropped 4. Kincaid dropped 3. So we definitely need to clean that up, regardless if it was a Josh mistake or a drop pass. Still need to get cleaned up. Defensive wise, these guys are still balling. With the backups that we got, we still got a lot of people on the defensive side injured. Another thing I want to bring up is Von Miller. Do you think he should be making more noise right now?
Of course, he getting paid. He getting paid. He
needs what he's doing.
Yeah.
For what he's getting paid and him saying he's 100%, he's ready to go. I understand that he was on a 4-game suspension, but you better kick it up a notch, buddy. That's not our problem. You did whatever you did. I'm not going to go into it because I don't know what happened, and it is what it is. Even though some people think what happened, I don't know, because his wife retracted the statement or whatever the case may be. You still were out 4 games because of your own actions.
All right. Anybody else? That's pretty much it, man. We're gonna wrap up that Colts game. Big dubs at the end of the day. They still had a great performance. Nothing but great turnovers. Like I said, Teron Johnson, Defensive Player of the Week. Well-deserved. Best slot corner in the league. He's a fucking dog. I mean, I feel like he's been slept on. Where my boy Kenny at? My boy Kenny's still at work. We need Kenny in the building. But at the end of the day, our boys is 8-2. We still got Matt Milano still in the building. He's on this 21-day window, his opening practice window. So he's gonna be coming through soon. Definitely look forward to him after the bye week. So just as Keon Coleman, hopefully Dawson Knox, because let's just jump into the injury report for the Wednesday. Normally there are walkthroughs on Wednesday, but we still have a long injury report. But majority of guys are full. The one who's limited is Matt Milano, obviously, and then we have Amari Cooper for his wrist. He was on a jugs machine, so he's still catching some balls. He's
better than last week. For
sure. Yeah. So progress. Hopefully, he's not ruled out yet. So we can definitely see Amari Cooper in this Kansas City game, hopefully, because we definitely gonna need him.
Now it's time to Kansas City shit talk. Let's go.
No, we gonna dive into it.
Let's go.
I got a lot to say, and I know we gonna bring up a lot of shit, but the only 2 people are limited is Matt Milano and Amari Cooper. Matt Milano, we're not worried about. We know he's not gonna play, but Amari Cooper definitely hope he can definitely get his. I don't think Kincaid is gonna be able to be good. Spencer Brown did not participate with an ankle. That's something to kind of be worried about because he's been holding down that right tackle.
Yeah.
In Josh Allen's strong side.
Yes, sir.
If he can't play, who's next up? I'm not really sure. We got to dig into the depth and see who could be the next man up over there. But hopefully Spencer Brown can definitely get some strength and some health and be ready for us for this Chiefs game. And then Keon Coleman with his wrist did not participate. I don't think he's not going to be on this game. I'm pretty sure he already got ruled out. He's not going to be back until San Fran, if that. if that.
Need him back for that. Need him back.
I got a question for you.
And then we got Donkey K with his knee. I don't think I'm pretty sure he's gonna be out for damn near 3 weeks to a month. But what's your question, Joey?
Do you need that game?
Chiefs?
Morally, yes. Actually, no. Morally, for Bills Mafia wise, yes.
All right.
For the fans wise, yes.
Mafia talk. We diving into it. It's Chiefs season. It's Chiefs week. Let's go. Our rivals. Fuck these boys. I'm telling you, we all got trauma from these guys.
Shout out Jody F.
Yo, my boy Jody Fortson. Fuck you for going to Chiefs, but I still love you. Buffalo boy, South Park alumni.
Heal up, my boy. Get right for next season. Love you.
I'm telling you, love you, dog. Nothing but love to Jody Fortson, man. Fuck it. He went to both the teams I hate. Fucking Chiefs. He went to the Miami. Man,
Buffalo Bills should have. He need to finish his career in Buffalo. On God.
But yeah, we talking Chiefs this week, and like Joey just said, do we need this game? No, I am not pressed.
I don't really. I want to beat the Chiefs every game we play them because I'm a Bills fan and what we've been through. But at the same time, what I really want to do is I want to beat your ass in the playoffs and kick you out.
Because that's all they want to say. When it matters. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. What's good, big dog?
What's good, Zay?
What's up? Man, fucking Chiefs. Bills Mafia in the building. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Number love, baby.
Mafia.
My boy Zay Draco. Let's go.
Mafia.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I like normally when this game comes around every season, we've been playing them for the past 50 years. I'm not worried about this game. If we win, we win. If we lose, I don't care. It makes no difference in the standings.
Okay. So
I mean,
it does. It does change the seating.
It does change the seating, and I'm about to pull it up right now. Let me pull up the seating real quick because my big dog over here, his big Steeler bang gang.
Hey yo, no diddy,
gang.
No diddy. Ain't no gang bangs going on around this shit. You know what I'm saying? Steeler gang, you know what I mean?
So we got Chiefs, Bills, Steelers, Texans. Texans look like they're on decline. Ravens, they're good. And then Chargers and Broncos,
Ravens,
they up in the air because Colts, Bengals. I'm pretty sure Bengals going to sneak in, and I'm pretty sure Dolphins
the Broncos going to sneak into the playoffs. I'm saying that right now. They are. They're just going to sneak into the playoffs. They're like 5-5 right now. You know, this is that part of the season. When we
talk about the top team,
right?
Win or lose, I am not worried if we lose to the Chiefs. Because if we win, all the national media and everybody going to say, oh, you always beat the Chiefs in the regular season, but you don't beat them in the playoffs, so it don't matter.
Okay, so
you don't beat them when it matters. But if we lose, it comes the narrative where, oh, you can never beat the Chiefs. Okay, so they're your next Patriots.
If the Bills lose and the Steelers beat the Ravens, that will change seeding in a bigger way that I think Buffalo doesn't really want to be. You feel me? Because
that don't matter.
It do. Because think about it. The Bills lost to the Ravens. The Bills lost to the Ravens already.
You're 7-2. We're 8-2.
Right. We only separated by a bye week though. That bye week doesn't really change. That bye week.
Chiefs
so we're basically have the same record right now.
If we beat the Chiefs, they still keep the number 1 seed.
Right. But
we're number 2.
If y'all beat the Chiefs and then we beat the Ravens,
we still
that help. No, that I think Buffalo will move up another.
We'll have a breaker or something at the end. If
stay at least in second, they'll stay in second. But that's what you want. That's what you want.
Chiefs, Bills, you. Yeah.
That's what you want to stay in second. You want to stay in second.
But if the Chiefs start losing, then that's how we will get the number 1 seed.
Christmas Day, my boy. Christmas Day. Don't worry about it.
If Steelers play the Chiefs,
Christmas Day. We need that Christmas present from a gift from us to y'all. A gift.
I'm saying. But when it comes down to it, like with the Chiefs game, I am just not worried about it. I don't care if we lose this game. I don't care if we win this game. And when we're coming into it, if we do win, that means so much to us because we beat not necessarily a moral victory. We beat them without Amari Cooper, without Keon Coleman, without Dalton Kincaid.
Right.
But then the thing is, though, the Chiefs have been so bad this season.
But they're undefeated. They're undefeated
because a lot of those wins are by the skin of their teeth, though.
Joey, what you got to say?
Listen. If we beat the Chiefs with what's on the field and none of our freaking weapons are out there, they better watch out come playoff time. Because if we can beat them with crap, They better hope to God we don't have what we have together.
We don't talk about let's dig up our skeletons. I'm telling you, we're gonna talk about 13 seconds. We're gonna talk about all that. It's gonna be a 2-hour long podcast. I'm telling you, stick with it, Mafia Talk. We here, we live.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
At the same time, it doesn't matter because every time we played the Chiefs, it's the same game. It's the same game, regardless if we played them regular season or in the playoffs. But it's the same game.
This is the year to neutralize Kansas City. They've been so bad.
The difference is, Mafia. The difference between the regular season and playoff season is coaching. Is coaching. In the regular season, we get away with it because we get that turnover to seal it.
Yeah.
We don't get that turnover in the playoffs. The coaching takes over in the playoffs. And that's all it is. The Chiefs is not I don't care. The Chiefs is not a better team than Bills for the past 5 years.
Yeah, that can be argued for a couple years ago.
Clip this right here. Make me viral. Dog me. Talk all your shit. For the past 5 years, the Chiefs have not been a better team than Bills. The Bills have been a better team than the Chiefs. The only difference is coaching is fucking eons above the Bills. McDermott is below the screen, which y'all can see. Mafia is below the screen, and Andy Reid is like that's the gap in between coaching between Chiefs and Bills. That's why we lose every single time.
And Patrick Mahomes, because
fuck Mahomes. Mahomes is the dog. He'll go.
But you need him. You need him to throw the ball because you can have Andy Reid.
But when we play Mahomes, when we play Mahomes, he don't do shit. He make a little couple plays here and there. Mahomes does not win the game for the Chiefs. It was Hill. It was Andy Reid. It was the defense. It was Chris Jones.
You want to know who won the game for him last year?
When the Bills are balling, it's nothing but Josh. Fucking defense fold. Fucking touchdown Chiefs. Josh marched down the fucking field. Touchdown. Okay, your turn. We cannot hold them to a fucking field goal. That's the problem. We have the best defense in the past how many years? Not the best, but top 5, top 3, absolutely. But what happens in the playoffs? We play like we're the fucking top 20. We play like shit with the defensive play and the coaching play just goes to shit. And Josh Allen, every single fucking time we play him, has to fucking be Superman. And he doesn't. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Except for the AFC Championship, we got our asses whooped. We lost by 17. We did not deserve to be there. I will say that. But 13 seconds, and then the past couple of years,
the Bills got to take a page out of the Broncos playbook as to why the Broncos were so close. Their edge rushers were getting pressure to Patrick Mahomes.
But then you signed Von Miller to try to be your Lord and Savior, and he fucking gets hurt, and he's not there when you need him.
Now you got to ask for Ed Oliver and Greg Rousseau to step up for the money.
Well, see, that's the problem. When you got pass rushers on the outside. You want Greg Rousseau to go towards the quarterback. The problem is in the coverages that they have him dropping back as like a linebacker, and your job is to rush from the edge. So when you're dropping your best edge rusher back into coverage, there's not going to be any push towards the quarterback because your best edge rusher is covering a corner.
I think because the Bills are also nervous about if they rush him. Like, remember how people are worried about Josh Blitz and Josh Allen? Worried about if they rush him too heavy, is he going to get a big play in the middle of the field? We got Travis Kelce.
Do you want to drop in coverage and give Mahomes all the time in the world, but lock down the receivers and let Mahomes make a play? Or do you want to send boys after him? Send the house. Send the house.
You know why? You know why they?
And send everybody.
You know why they said we can't beat the Chiefs? Because we can't get to Mahomes.
We can't. But they have to set that precedent. Sunday.
You're right and you're wrong. We can't get to Mahomes, but that's not why we lose to the Chiefs. We lose to the Chiefs because of fucking coaching. Leslie Frazier want to fucking have fucking Levi Wallace play fucking press. He knows Levi Wallace because he played for his team. He had Levi Wallace play press man with his hips to the outside on Tyreek fucking Hill.
But besides that, I'm still blaming on McDermott.
How does that make sense?
I still blame it on McDermott. Squib kick. If you squib kick that ball, once that ball bounces the first time and bounces, that first bounce that it goes in the air, like whatever receiver grabs it, he's getting rushed. And then there's like 4 seconds left.
We all said the same. We all said the same thing you're thinking, and you just said, bro. We all said that.
How did that Madden? I'm scripting. If I don't want you, I'm
DeMar Hamlin. Oh yeah, DeMar Hamlin. Or fuck. Oh, he's alive. So let's get him a fucking go fund me. Make a wish kid fucking punt return fucking
that fake punt was ridiculous.
The fake punt. What the fuck was that?
But if you're gonna go for a fourth down, give it to Josh. Bro, but the Steelers just did that shit against the Washington Redskins. That could have been our demise of the game. If we on a fourth down on a 20, they're on 20-yard line, and you can't. You just certain plays are like ridiculous. You feel me? But I think they do that. Coaches do that when they know they have a quarterback like Josh Allen on the offensive side.
I'm mad Big Cuz not here.
Right. Because shout out Big Cuz. Enjoy vacation, my boy. I know you out there living.
Man,
he's on that cruise.
Is Harry? I sent the invite, man. We need y'all boys because we're fucking wallowing in our fucking depression because we talking about 13 seconds. And I'm mad as fuck right now. Because why? Why? Because it just makes no sense.
Until the Bills dethrone the Chiefs and the playoffs.
We don't have to. Okay.
No, I'm saying we won't ever worry about 13 seconds.
I'm asking both of y'all.
Yep.
Joey, listen. So, going into the future, into the playoffs, let's say the Chiefs get knocked off by another team, and we go all the way and win the Super Bowl. Does that hamper everything?
Nigga, that hamper everything that hamper everything, bro. Fuck a 13 seconds. Nah, to get a Super Bowl,
man, listen.
That'll change everything, bro. That'll change everything.
So does beating the Chiefs validate a Super Bowl or not?
No.
You can beat the Chiefs, but if you don't win the bowl,
so if we go to the Super Bowl without beating the Chiefs, I mean, obviously,
I don't care.
Nobody.
I don't care.
We're gonna take it regardless. We're gonna take it regardless. But in the national view, is that one thing we're always gonna have over our head? Where we did it, but you still didn't beat the Chiefs.
Then you have to say, well, we have to come back next year and beat them again, and we'll have to do it again next year because we didn't do it this year. And keep it going.
Perfectly said.
Super Bowl them.
Perfectly said.
Super Bowl them. Maybe.
But if Josh Allen wins the Super Bowl in Buffalo, he will go down as the best quarterback in Buffalo Bills history.
He's already damn near there, though. I ain't gonna lie.
He's about to surpass Jim Kelly for the most touchdowns.
He's about to pass O.J. Simpson.
And he's about to pass a Hall of Fame running back, Thurman Thomas, for the most rushing touchdowns, which he's ahead of McCaffrey and a bunch of other running backs. But we'll let that go.
Yeah.
This man.
You know what, though? I also have always, and this might be, it's like I've said it since Tyrod Taylor used to be on the team. I guess I'm not used to seeing quarterbacks have these types of rushing stats on teams because I value the running back position. I love running backs. I always love hard-nosed running backs, those 240-pound dudes like a Derrick Henry or I love
like Van Morris.
Huh?
Like that dude that used to run for the Steelers?
Or the dude that used to run for the fucking Giants. He was the first big, huge back I ever seen when they won the Super Bowl. What the fuck was his name? But you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I guess I'm not used to seeing. So sometimes I think like, are they going to make that? And when they wrap up Josh Allen's career, are they going to call that an indictment on him because it's like, or they're going to call it an indictment on the Bills because he had to do so much as far as running? You feel me? Because Josh has got like that running style nowadays gets the team out of trouble. First down, gets first downs and everything. Like Josh does a lot. Josh probably contributes to what 80-90% of everything that goes on in the game. Like
majority of the fucking yards in the offense, hell fucking yeah. So yeah. All right, that's my little rant with the fucking Chiefs. At the end of the day, like I know I went through this little whole dark path with 13 seconds and our time with the Chiefs. So that time, I don't hate them. That's the one thing I don't. When I was listening to WGR earlier today, and people calling like, oh, they hate Chiefs and they hate this and they hate Mahomes. I don't. And maybe this is how some people felt about Brady.
Yeah.
Where like, yeah, I hate that he keep fucking thrashing my team, but he's so fucking good. Now Mahomes is not. I'm not looking like, yeah, he just do some fucking wild shit. But the same thing Josh does. So it's not like I'm not just in all with Mahomes because I'm like, I got that too. Josh does it too. Like that one joint where he fucking in the pocket, he gets boogie and breaks out. Some dude try to take his legs, he jumps. Some dude chase him, he jumps. And then hop, skip, and fucking finger flip fucking 40 yards down the field to Mac Hollins. Come on now. Come on.
Just like you said, everybody can clip this, make fun of me, say whatever you want. You've never seen a quarterback like Josh Allen, and you never will ever again.
Josh Allen can do everything Mahomes can do. Mahomes can't do everything Josh can do.
Not necessarily.
We know what? Excuse me, who?
Okay, so
what?
Okay, so
see Mahomes run it?
Let me finish.
Okay. Mahomes did bite the one dude
off screen. And people have to understand when it comes to football, IQ is a motherfucker. That shit is real. To where like I watch Mahomes. Like not even a fucking sidearm, but like I said, him and Josh, Josh has things that
he did it
right,
to some
right.
Remember, he's not doing consistent. He's not jumping over people.
Right.
He's not jumping out of bounds and throwing dimes across the field.
Right. Remember, as a quarterback in the NFL, typically quarterbacks don't do that though. So Josh Allen's a hybrid. He is an entire hybrid.
It's just the only difference that makes Mahomes better than Josh is because he has the accolades. He has
the problem.
He has an MVP. Josh has nothing. So that's why
the only problem.
So much better than Josh. That's really what it is. Even though you go in somebody's backyard and you're like, okay, Josh, you on my team? Mahomes, you on my team? You on my team? You on my team? All right, let's go.
Okay, so
Josh Mullen.
I'm not. My thing is, I can never discredit Mahomes because our friend that we went to school with, his first touchdown was a pass that I would have never threw. Mahomes makes the pass to a player where most coaches would be like, you put the ball in fucking danger, sit your ass down, because it's like those but Josh does the same thing though, but in
Mahomes,
different ways.
Mahomes. Andy Reid would never put
Mahomes
Sean McDermott would never do one joint where you little sidearm plays because they're too safe.
A sidearm play through
they get
a bunch of linebackers.
They have so much. The Chiefs' offense is so much fun.
That's right. You're right. It's the fun that they add to it. The fun they have so many types of plays.
Like, I'm better than you, and we're gonna have fun with it. With the Bills, I'm better than you, and I'm gonna fucking work as hard as I can. Like
you said.
Easy.
You said, the only difference between these two teams is Andy Reid.
Yes.
That's
it. Said it. The Bills are a better football team than the Chiefs for the past 5 years. The only thing
when the NFL,
we could talk about it. They've had a couple good teams.
We could talk about
Chiefs
it.
Had a couple when they had.
For the past 5 years, I believe the Bills had a better team than the Chiefs. The only thing that put the Chiefs over is Andy fucking Reid.
Yeah, when
Tyreek Hill, that was a different team though. You have to
when the NFL says. You've had the
Beasley, we had Diggs, we had John Brown.
Those players,
we had so many fucking players.
But those star players weren't producing the same way the Chiefs star players did produce during those games. And it's a battle of the players. Like, whose stars are going to produce more?
Everybody's producing. Cole Beasley had his shit. Stephon Diggs had his shit. John Brown got his touchdowns.
Cole Beasley had an injury. Stephon Diggs both had broken fibulas or whatever, and they played through it. But that's also unfair to Bills fans, bro, where y'all are hiding this shit from the people. So when y'all don't produce, we're looking like, what the fuck is going on with you guys? But the whole time you had an injury, an underlying injury.
Yeah.
I just want to see the Bills.
All right, Sunday. Let's get into some hot takes. Let's get into some hot and spices. Joey, take over, man. What we got? What's your hot spicy? What's your big dog in the Chiefs game? Who's stepping out offense, defense?
I'm gonna start off with my defense.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start out with the two big men we just brought in to pat this line with some beef.
Okay.
No beef.
I see us stopping the run. And I see Russo and Espinosa eating.
I haven't heard Espinosa in a minute.
Been quiet.
Okay, Joey, you want to something? I haven't heard him in a minute.
The last time we played Patrick Mahomes, Espinosa intercepted his ass and almost ran it in for a touchdown. So my players are this week, my linebackers and my two beefy boys up front on defense. On offense, I am going with the powerhouse backfield because depending on what receivers we have, we are going to have to pound this rock. And that means our offensive line and our big boy backs, Ray Davis and Cook, have to be in the kitchen, cooking it up. And that's how I think we're going to win this.
I feel you. I'm with that. I'm kind of relaying back on your offensive joint, high and spicy. We're going to get 200-yard plus rushing. 200 yards plus rushing. 250 damn near. Because you're going to have.
Because Josh is going to be running too.
James Cook going off. I got James Cook for 80 yards. I got Ray Davis for at least 60 yards. I got Josh Allen for at least 50 yards. I got Ty Johnson getting at least 30 yards. Add that up. Add that up. It's going to be 250, 200, 250. We're going to run the ball. I mean, we're not going to neglect the throwing.
You can't forget about Chris Jones. Chris Jones is a motherfucker. That is he's a motherfucker.
And when he becomes a motherfucker, we're going to throw that bitch all over the place. It doesn't matter if we don't got Keon or Mari Cooper. Curtis Samuel. I know we got a little gist of it previous game. I got Curtis Samuel, 100-yard game, 2 touchdowns.
Look out. Oh, okay, my bad. Go ahead.
Curtis Samuel, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns for Curtis Samuel. I got James Cook, at least 60 to 80 yards. I got fucking one of them, Ray Davis, 60 to 80 yards. I'm telling you, it's going to be a shootout.
I got one.
It's going to be one of them games. It's going to be the best game of the season so far.
I got one hot and spicy. And from looking at the analysts saying who has the best matchup on the field, it's Mac Hollins against whoever the dude he's going to. They got a 40%. The dude that he's defender, he's got 40% chance of coverage. So the rest, you don't want to go to McDuffie's side. You don't want to go to Mac Hollins. That's my hot and spicy. Mac Hollins is going to be the star.
My boy Hefe with the hot and spicy. Come on.
And I don't even like I don't like the barefoot Tarzan shit, but he is going to be the star.
Here's my Tarzan. Fuck with it. Tarzan.
What's your hot and spicy?
Tarzan. He gonna get 100. Take it.
Here's my hot and spicy for the offense and the wide receivers. Shavers is still waiting for something to happen. And I think Shavers gets his first NFL touchdown and 120 yards this week, coming in and doing what he's supposed to do.
Love it.
That shit is fire alarm chili hot.
Now I'm telling you, that one video
that's in Fuego
challenge. I'm telling you.
Yeah, your ass still burnt by
It's in Fuego. I feel like I'm like on Dragon Ball Z and I'm glowing.
That's a ghost pepper, my boy.
Ghost pepper. I'm telling you. I like that. I like that. My defensive joint. I mean, it ain't that spicy, it ain't that hot, but Dorian Williams, another 10 tackle plus game. I got him with 2 sacks. Fuck it. Let my man Dorian Williams get a forced fumble. Sack fumble.
Rasul Douglas.
I got Von Miller.
Rasul Douglas.
Douglas with a pick.
I got Von Miller with 2 sacks. 2 sacks for Von Miller.
I like it. Y'all boys coming correct. Score predictions.
Rasul Douglas, 2 interceptions and 1 for a pick 6.
I love it. Y'all coming correct.
That's nice.
Y'all coming correct. Y'all bringing the flame. Y'all making it hot. Let's go. Score predictions. Joey, take it away.
I'm going to go 27-24 Buffalo. Tyler Bass kicks it and wins it for us, and they jump all over him like he's a porn star.
Yo.
I got 35-38 Bills, and I feel you with the Tyler Bass game-winning kick.
I got 28-21 Buffalo.
And the reason why I said I want Tyler Bass to win it with the field goal is because he missed the field goal against him in the playoffs, and it will do a lot for his confidence.
Yes, sir.
So, Tyler, I'm looking for you, baby. I got you back.
T-Bass, man, we rocking with you. Yo, Ken Dog. My man, what's up, big dog? What's up, big dog?
Kenny, what's good, my boy? Where your ass at?
I tell you, I send you an invite, man. We'll make time for you, dog. I'm about to wrap it up, but yo, if you off of work and you got some shit to say, ain't no other thing, bro. We don't keep this thing open for next 5 minutes, man. If you about to jump in, man, we'll keep this thing open. If not, we'll wrap it up. But I'm telling you, big game. I'm still not worried. I don't care. Like I said, if we lose, we lose. It don't matter. That's what they've been saying for all these years. We can only beat them in the regular season, but we can't beat them where it matters. I don't care if we win this game. As long as we win when it matters, that's all I care about.
I just want one thing to happen during this game, and that's the referees to count this shit down the middle.
Yo, you already know it's not. And that's why I really not just the Bills. That's how I know we're just probably not going to win this game. Because the way these fucking referees, not just with the Chiefs should be like fucking 6-3 right now.
Right.
They should be 6-3. But the reps helped them be undefeated. And the way the rest has been going against the Bills, it's just, man, it's going to be a tough game.
Well, see, if they would stop calling holding plays on the defense and stop calling 21 interceptions back to Patrick Mahomes.
Fucking right tackle for Kansas City. What, 79?
Like, everybody says
fucking play. He's offsides.
Everybody says that
flags, bro. Deion's flags.
Everybody says that Josh Allen's a turnover machine. If you would stop taking the interceptions away that Mahomes is throwing, he would be ahead of Josh Allen, and he would be the turnover machine.
Yeah. The amount of fucking interceptions Mahomes thrown, but they got called back because of penalties.
Right.
You already know when you a prior Super Bowl champion, the way they're not gonna mask it the same way.
He ain't a golden boy, but Josh, head-on-head collision and no flag on the play.
Well, you do know.
Fucking jump. Man, fucking punching this man. No flag.
Listen, because when I watched football for so long, bro,
it's okay. Josh Allen hit him with the stiff arm.
Big quarterbacks never get their just desserts when a smaller quarterback. You see, like, because NFL is kind of acting too when you're a quarterback. Because remember, a couple weeks ago, Josh Allen. I don't blame Josh Allen for flopping. He hit himself in his own chin with his shoulder after he got pushed. You feel me? I will take that. Give me that flag because you have to act a little bit to let the referees even see for a second, even a glimpse, like, oh shit, nope.
Sure.
You got to act a little bit when it comes to this NFL quarterback shit.
I'll tell you this much. I sure like watching Patrick Mahomes get punched in the throat during that game, though.
Yeah, he got punched in the throat? Shit.
Well,
I was so happy. I was like, yeah.
Well, we're going to wrap it up right there, man. Kenny, if you're still in here and you want to jump on, let me know. If not, man, we're going to wrap this thing up, man. Appreciate everybody joining the chat as always. Nothing but love. We got Scott Blakely joining, showing love as always. Sorry, got hiccups. But Joey, appreciate you joining the fucking show again. It's been a while. Tell the people where they can find you. What you got going on?
Make sure everybody comes and follows my boy here. I've been along with him for the ride. I've tried to push him along, get him some things. Things didn't work. He's back stronger than ever. He's always got the fire. Mafia talks, you know. I'm Joey Hack. I'm from the 12th Man Mafia. We doing our thing. I'm also the abdomen of Josh Allen's Mafia, and I'll be seeing everybody live Tuesdays and Thursdays about 7 o'clock.
Tap in. Make sure you follow my boy Joey, man. He keeps you updated with the latest news, Mafia sports report, talks, all that. Just follow that 12 Man Mafia, man. You're going to get the latest updates. Another one. My big dog, Hefe bossed up.
Yes, sir.
Had to show some love in person. Appreciate that, man. Tell the people where they can find you, what you got going on, man, all that good stuff.
Amen. Say man. Y'all can follow me on IG at the real Hefe boss up. I spell real with 2 E's instead of EA. So THERELHEFEBOSSUP. Yeah, I'm saying. So at the end of the day, I've been saying this all season. You feel me? I've been saying that the Bills win the same weeks the Steelers win. The Bills lose the same weeks the Steelers lose. You feel me? So at the end of the day, it's only right. It's just like last year when the Steelers went 0-4 to help the Bills kind of get into the playoffs, and the Bills went on that stretch to get in. Hey, it's only right we met then. It's only right we meet again this season in the playoffs.
Shit, we just
this time. Hey, you feel me? We healthy. We need. Hey, we ready for y'all. But I love the Bills Mafia. I love Buffalo. You feel me? At the end of the day, shout out my boy DeMar. You feel me? My boy from Pitt. Shout out DeMar. You dig? Love you, my boy. And shit, yeah, I'm saying. Shout out Dion. Shout out the rest of the team, man. Keep going. You already know the vibes. You dig?
Happen every Monday, every fucking Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Mafia Sports Report YouTube channel. Great shows all week long. Make sure you tap in. Nothing but love. Shout out to my boy Ken Dog with the Bills United. Make sure you tap in with my boy Kenny. Make sure you tap in. Nothing but love. Go Bills. Big dubs.
Go Bills. Big dubs.
Big dubs.
Let's go.
One job to get done today, man. Find a W. Play for each other. Love y'all. 1, 2, 3.